wave dash out his way through.
It's a lot less direct than singles because a lot of the time you see Mars, they do want to keep the forward airs going. They do want to keep down tilts. They want to make it harder for Fox to be able to work the dash back. But
here we go. The beginnings of that plan unfold.
Yeah, you already see it. They're trying to split off, do what they can. But the majority of the game plan right there, you just pick Nana off nicely, is give Reno over to Chu, but let Rishi zone.
What do you do when it's Sopo?
When it's Sopo, you still get a chain grab to 80 against Reno. Sheik is of middleweight, so she has actually a really rough time getting out of chain grab.
Right.
She gets absolutely rocked by Ganon's grab, although getting that grab as Ganondorf is a nightmare.
Yeah.
And Sopo also just grabs her, and because Sheik doesn't have a whole lot that can really shake Sopo outside of forward air, it gets really difficult. Sometimes you get caught up a little too deep in the shield.
Rishi looking great with those down tilts, wave dash back down tilt. The roll back in, maybe a little bit questionable, but he wanted to keep that stage secure for Chu.
Reno actually being the cause of that. They didn't find the needles, but whew.
So ChuDat as Sopo, which he started off as Sopo at the very beginning of the stock, has just kind of played hard support and a little bit of bait.
Yeah.
And that allowed, I think, Rishi and ChuDat to get a lot more out of that opening sequence than they probably should have.
Yeah. There's not a ton you can get off, I feel like, in Sopo, and so what you fall back into that support role, like you said. But we're in a bit of a standstill here. Yeah.
Oh no! They messed up not doing anything. You had one job.
That was 10% that he didn't need to take. All right. I think yeah, so you can find it to where it just slides in. You have to start it a little bit further behind.
Yo, we take that.
Yeah. Lucky makes this matchup, it's a little less streamlined than I feel like Fiction or other big icy hating Foxes do. Like Milkman, like Fiction, both of those guys do a ton. But Lucky still makes it pretty rough looking, in all honesty.
Yeah. That sequence, by the way, from Rishi and ChuDat was really good. Where Rishi couldn't cover, he was able to reset himself on stage while ChuDat took over for him. And then when ChuDat was done, Rishi then took over. It was a really good, almost handoff-esque sequence.
Yeah. Okay. The pressuring, they're able to get Lucky back into center, and he just overshoots of up smash. Eats right into him. That's one of my favorite things. Is people more often than not expect you to go in on the frontliner. Sometimes you can just run past.
Yeah.
You just go straight for the throat.
I mean, if you ever watch, oh, look at this. See, even just the little baby combos. But it doesn't work out.
I imagine Reno and Lucky are pretty frustrated with having been knocked out of winners so early. So
yeah, right now this is so huge if Rishi can turn this into a kill.
Oh, saving grace of an up air.
ChuDat not quite sure what to do, so he does nothing. But he gets the down smash track down on both of the escaping Sheik and Fox.
Oh, Nana's all on her lonesome here.
Are they going to go a stalemate again?
Yeah, probably. We're just going to see a standoff here.
It is 3 stocks to 4. Reno at pretty high %. So yeah, I guess I agree with this.
It's feasible, you know. Like, why approach if you're a red team? You don't want to be able to have Marth blow Fox up or anything.
Right.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you've got threat of forward air and up air. If you try to go to platform, you get up air. If you try to double jump, you get up air. If you try to just maintain any presence past that line, you get forward air. So it's good to wait these things out.
Lucky, a brave man, diving in when he sees the whites of Rishi's eyes.
Yeah. All right. They haven't been able to get any time, you know, forcing a wobble or forcing a real sequence with Marth here. But
I thought this team would be much more grab heavy than they have been.
Yeah.
And that's partially due to how slippery and fast Lucky has been. It makes it so that any time that there's a chance for a grab setup, Nana's basically already dead.
Yeah.
And look at Reno tanking the stocks. 2 of them on the fairs.
Yep. All right, Ice Climbers all alone. While they're strong 1v1ing, 2v1s are rough, honestly. And Lucky, so consistent, almost popping that shield.
He's still very, very low.
Yeah, he's just either going to get shield stabbed or that thing is going to pop. It is. Dunzo almost here, and just it went from 3 stocks versus 4 to 4 stocks remaining on the board. Nasty stuff.
Frustrating.
Chu with 1,000 miles in his eyes.
He always does look a little freaked out when he loses, and then he calms down, collects himself, and goes back home. But it's like, he gets a little shook in his eyes. I might be projecting, but
maybe
that's the emotions I read. And then when he wins, of course.
Yeah.
goes the other way.
All right. Let's see, where are we going today, Jack? Where do you think? I feel like FD is always a good pick. I imagine it got banned out. We already saw Pokemon Stadium being used, so hit me with your conclusions, Jack. I want to know what your thoughts are.
I am poor at predicting.
You don't think
stage.
Icicle Mountain?
I would love Icicle Mountain would be my jam.
Honestly, there's nothing like playing doubles than having a bear and a Speedo get up in your business.
I thought Battlefield, but I would prefer Yoshi's actually. I think that the way ChuDat was like following up and getting kills maybe worked better on that stage, but the fear of a fox is sometimes too much to go to Yoshi's.
Yeah. You think that it would be easier for ChuDat and for Rishi to lock Lucky down?
No, but I think that they didn't do that in the first game, so they should just go for early kills.
Okay.
But they're gonna. We'll see what strategy they go with on Battlefield. It's a decent like stabilizing stage.
Yeah, it's pretty basic. I feel like it doesn't grant too much of anything to either team. Having top platform against Ice Climber is always a boon. Chu is just shielding so much too, but it seems as though they're having a really rough time actually dealing with it.
Yeah. And then Chu dies, or Nana dies, and then Rishi's kind of left in these very uncomfortable, high-pressure 1v1s or 1v2s.
Yeah, it's like, I'm Marth. I have to frontline, and I have to have what is essentially a watered-down Luigi help me. You know, it's not great.
And Luigi is already watered-down Mario, canonically.
Canonically, yes. Game-wise, I disagree.
Game-wise, no. He's like, they all took LSD and we're on it.
Sure.
The game designers.
You could say that. I'll not. Great little back air there by Lucky, managing to scoop up Marth to the tip top of his recovery. I feel like Marth's recovery is surprisingly exploitable, and I feel as though people need to do more against it.
Oh, Rishi.
Ooh. He's swanging.
Yeah.
Alright, just gets a little early percentage there.
5 stars to 6, despite kind of the slow start from Rishi and ChuDat, but doing decently. Rishi finding his way, a needle threaded through the Reno and Lucky walls.
I'm surprised they ended that chain grab instead of just letting Rishi handle Lucky instead. But
I don't think Rishi signed up to team with Sopo.
That's fair.
I feel like that's been the experience he's had.
Yeah, we've definitely been seeing Choose Sopo more often than any linked climber, but Lucky's just so efficient in killing her.
Yeah, and to Chu's credit, he lives a long time on the Sopo. He doesn't make huge mistakes, but he's not adding anything to their balance sheet. He's just like not losing as much as he could.
I feel as though Choose Sopo is very basic. Like it's not bad, but it relies on a lot of very large movement callouts. And he doesn't do a ton of dash dancing. He's more about like, okay, I'm going to shield, I'm going to grab, I'm going to throw, or I'm going to be calling out your movement in between platforms. And so it's linear, but it's almost to the point where I'd rather see him like trying to bait movement.
That was almost dead to rights on Rishi from that second hit of up air from Lucky.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? I feel like Lucky's been playing really great in this set. He played amazing at EVO last week, almost taking that first game from Leffen.
Yeah.
Lucky versus Leffen was one of the most competitive sets Leffen played in the whole tournament.
I would agree. Either that or game 1 against HBox.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it competitive on Leffen's side, but he definitely turned it around from being a clinic on how to kill Fox and a clinic of how to kill Puff. So.
Oh, Rishi.
Soaring out there. Honestly, if they kill Marth before they kill Popo, this goes very differently. Yeah. They can make this a very hard 2v1.
Yeah, the next like 20 seconds are everything, and Rishi is in a real tough spot. ChuDat cannot rescue with the Nair out of shield coming through from Reno.
Yeah, I think we got invisible ceilinged actually. A bit awkward, but they'll go ahead and finish that out.
All right, ChuDat, what do you got? I think this has got to be the ChuDat show.
It's going to have to be with low percents on each of these players. Wildling off the table, he just goes ahead and ends it with a forward smash.
Yeah.
His shield already looking so small.
Just breakdancing, drilling. This is a mountain that no Sopo was ever asked to climb.
No, this is like asking, your local jogger, hey, you want to climb Everest, kid?
It's like, well, yeah, maybe someday, but maybe not when we're children.
Yeah. Who knows? But Reno and Lucky taking that pretty convincingly, I'd say.